Hi guys, Puddin here with a game for you on my Tier 8 Premium Japanese Destroyer, the High School Fleet Harekaze. Now, my captain skills are going to be Priority Target, Adrenaline Rush, Last Stand, Survivability Expert, Basic Fire Training, Concealment, and IFHE. My modules are going to be Main Guns Mod 1, Better Aiming, Protecting Engine, Faster Runner, and of course more Concealment. Now, somebody did message me on Discord about an AA build for the Harekaze, and I advised against it because at the end of the day, this is just a Kagero. While the other Tier 8 Japanese tech tree ship, which I cannot pronounce, does get some sort of actual AA, the Kagero does not. And the only real difference between the Harekaze and the Kagero is you get a difference in using, you know, 3 different gun setups. Really, I say 2, because if you're going to use the Kagero guns, you're just better off using a Kagero because you can get the upgraded torps. These are the stock torps on the Kagero. The upgraded ones go, I believe, 5 knots faster. But the thing about the Harekaze is you get your choice between 127mm, which is the secondaries, I believe, from the Montana, and of course the, I hope I say this right, the Akazuki's 100mm guns, which is the other Tier 8, which would be a little bit better AA boat. But in order for the 100mm to work, you really do need IFHE. While the AP is great on this ship, you do need a very flat broadside surface in order for the AP to do a lot of damage. Now, the other thing is you can see I'm bottom tier, and you know what people say when they're bottom tier, woe is me, what can I do? There's nothing I can do, I'm bottom tier. Well, being in this type of destroyer, there's nothing that can outspot me, so I should be fine. I wasn't too worried about those torps because I knew there was a Pan-Asian DD, and the high school fleet counterpart was on the other side, and the Kaba, I would have spotted him before he would have dropped any torps. But you know what, I know I can outspot everything, and I was kind of trying to figure out what had spotted me. It was the Yu Yangs, you know what, briefly spotted me, but I'm not worried because all I got to do is just move forward a little bit. Looked like that gentleman was trying to get off cap because, you know what, he did get spotted and didn't want to get shot at. But, you know, if you're a battleship, you know, a Tier 8 battleship, you know what, you're fine. You've got the health pool to deal with it. It's really the cruisers that just have to play a little bit smarter so they just don't get blapped. But a Tier 10 cruiser gets blapped showing broadside just as easy as a Tier 8. Now, as you can see, I'm really just holding on to my torp tubes so they don't know when they're dropped, who I drop on them. Right now, I am targeting the North Carolina, who looks like he's going to go bow and hair. But I really didn't want to mess with the Yu Yang too much because he is divvied up with the Kaba, so I knew that those two would be working in tandem, just like myself and Zampy and his Charles Martel there. Even though we are not by each other, we are still communicating, and if something turns into an issue for either him or me, there's, you know what, one of us can go support the other one. Now, I do let him know that, you know, I'm getting a little flustered not leaving B here to go support him more actively. But as you can see, there's a lot of ships still mid. And simply by me being here is going to be a huge threat. I can remain detected while anyone else really is going to get spotted. And once again, see, we're picking up the Yu Yang before he detects me, but the Kaba's way too close for any sort of comfort. The Zhao's also pushed in here. The Iowa's pushed in here. Now, the problem with the positioning of the Iowa and the Zhao really comes down to, now they're caught into crossfire. The guys at sea can hit them. I can drop torps on them. There is a Zhao above A that could potentially hit these guys. But right here, the Iowa needs to make a decision. Is he going to stay broadside to the battleships inside sea, or is he going to potentially turn sideways into my torps? Because he knows there's a DD in the area. I was stalling the cap while nothing was spotted, so it has to be a DD. Now, while he was turning, I was trying to give him proper lead. I didn't lead enough, but luckily, you know what? I still managed to get some solid torp hits on him. I know his DCP is going to be down. I just wish I would have got a little bit more torps to outright delete him, because I do remember Zampy at this point asked, "Oh, is the Iowa dead?" I said, "Yeah." And then when he failed to die from all the torps, I go, "Yeah, it's just going to take me a minute. I need to shoot him to death." But you know what? We do manage to get rid of the Iowa, and you know what? Just by maintaining my presence here still at B, has denied these guys. My smoke cloud's still up. You know what? So I might as well shoot the gentleman's in range. And this is some of the reason why I don't use AFT, even though right here it would have benefited me, is, you know what? My gun plume will my plume will only go out to 9.4 kilometers for my guns, because that's the most range that they have. So if I do get into a fight with another destroyer, as long as something's within 9.4 kilometers, I will be safe. And 9 times out of 10, that is the case. I do love using this DD to hunt down other DDs. I just think for this particular ship and for myself that radio position finder is a little bit too costly. And what I mean by that is I have to give up other really good perks that I think suit this ship and my playstyle a little bit better than just having the information of knowing where they are. But you know what? You pay attention to the minimap. Most things are not going to outspot you. And you know what? The worst case scenario is you run into a Kagero or high school fleet. Well, actually, worst case would be high school fleet, and you just detect each other at the same time, or if you carelessly round an island not paying attention. But you know, we really haven't lost a ship, and I think some of that is just for me being in this area. This Yu Yang has been a little hesitant to fight me. I've been extremely hesitant to fight him because, quite simply, he is divvied up with the Kaba. But at this point, you know what? I just get tired of the I'll spot you, nobody shoots at you. You spot me, nobody shoots at me. And then what I see is, oh crap, all 3 DDs are in the area. So the first one I want to get rid of is the Harekaze. I want to maintain that concealment or detection superiority over the other 2 destroyers. Now, at this point, I really should have switched to AP on the combo, but what I really was trying to do was try to bait out a fire, get this guy to burn one of his heals, because I do believe this guy is running heals and not smoke. But I could be wrong, but I'm just assuming that he is a fairly intelligent player. These 2 haven't really made any mistakes. But my dream, or my wish, has finally come true. We have finally separated the Yu Yang from the Kaba. Those 2 are now separated really from each other, and the Kaba's in possibly a predicament, but there's nobody there to punish him because of the Yamato. You know, you know what? Luckily for us, I believe the Des Moines here did pick him up. But you know what? There's really nobody there to punish him and shoot at him, as we see the tourists from the Yu Yang. Now, my thought at this point comes across. You know what? I could go support the guys in that A, or I could support these guys in front here. We know where the Yu Yang is because there's a smoke cloud. He just sent torps. So really, what I'm thinking is, you know what, instead of just picking up the scraps that are in A, let me support these guys by getting in front of them and potentially spotting any torps as I hit my speed boost. Because you know what, if this guy drops torps, the torps can do nothing to me. And that was one of my frustrations with the Pan Asian DDs. While they are very good solid ships, they just can't get destroyers in smoke. And oh look, there's a smoke cloud shooting. I wonder whatever that could be, because it's IFA, or because it's HE. There's no way it's a British cruiser. The curve first is pushing up, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not targeting the curve first. I'm aiming where I see the see the gun, see the fire coming out of the smoke cloud. I'm thinking this guy's going to stay in the smoke as long as somebody is spotting for him. But then I notice he stops shooting, which kind of makes me suspect that, you know what, nobody is spotting for him, or he's realizing he needs to get out of the area. But who wants to bet I get a kill on a DD in smoke? And this should happen at any second. And boom, that is game. Now the post-battle results. Now, I hope you guys really did enjoy this replay. I do hope that you took some things away from this, especially being bottom tier. It's not what was me. Step up to the challenge, support your team, do everything you can to help your team win. It just is a little bit more difficult, and even though I was constantly stuck at B for, let's just say, 99% of this game, it doesn't mean I wasn't supporting the team, wasn't helping the team, or really even helping my teammate. What it allowed my teammate to do was work the other flank so nothing could come up from that way. We pretty much locked down both of our flanks, and we were both bottom tier, and we both ended very respectable on the leaderboards. So just remember, if you see that you are bottom tier, just accept the challenge and enjoy it, because one day you will be top tier. We do love all the support you guys do give us. We do love the replays you guys send in. The email for that is in the description down below. Please remember to compliment good teamwork, good team play. We are quick to report, slow to compliment. Please hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help the channel grow. And have your guys' selves one heck of a great day.